In progress. Hey everyone, and welcome for the webinar part 6. I am Kshitija Poddar. I have been working with IC from this year April. And let me begin with IC, that what do we do and how do we go ahead with the exhibitions. I will just share my screen for your information. Kindly hold, please. Thank you. So welcome to an ICE platform, which is an initiative by IC Ventus for all our exhibitors who are on board for 2026. As everyone is aware, IC India is the world's 4th largest exhibition for elevators and escalators. IC India brings together the manufacturer, technology providers, innovators, and global leaders under one platform. It is a proud achievement for all of us to get all the people from elevator industry for us to reflect their trust in IC, which has earned worldwide. But IC is just not an exhibition, right? It is a hub for networking, knowledge exchange, and driving industry growth. Through our presence in both India and Africa, IC has become trusted platform worldwide. So as a part of this vision, we have started ICE platform, which is a unique initiative that allows our exhibitors to showcase their technical expertise, their products, company profiles to a much wider audience as well. This platform is designed to provide ongoing visibility, build credibility, and keep exhibitors connected with stakeholders throughout the year. As you can see, we had done our show in 2022 and then 2024, which widely started growing from 17,000 square meter to 25,000 square meter. And our next show is in Delhi, which is for 40,000 square meter. So what is ICE platform? So, everyone can use, but this platform is only available for the exhibitors who are on board for Delhi 2026, IC India. These webinar sessions are live on every Tuesday at 4:30 with exhibitor and experts. Question and answer sessions will be taken at the end of the session. However, you can, request for your question and type in your question, post which at the end of the presenter's presentation, we can answer your questions. We have Mr. Vishwas Tambe, who's National Sales Head for Fujitec India, who is our presenter today. And he's been working with Fujitec and in this industry from 2 decades, which is a leadership of B2B sales and operations. He has been instrumental in shaping sales strategies across the elevator and infrastructure sectors, inspiring teams and driving impactful growth. His professional journey spans leadership role at Fujitec, Ifalex, and the wider elevator industry, where he has contributed to several landmark projects. I hope you all enjoy this session. Vishwas sir, over to you. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So thank you, Kshitija, for the kind introduction. I truly appreciate the warm welcome and opportunity to participate in this webinar. So I'll just present my PowerPoint.
Sure, sir.
I hope it is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So elevator interiors, safety bits, aesthetics. Um, I mean, first of all, I'm not here to teach you anything. Most of the people are from elevator industry, and they all are experienced. They are master in their fields. So elevator interior is something which is I would like to share some of the points which is related to the behavior, which is related to the safeties, which is related to the recent code upgrades, and some of expertise of Fujitec. So all in all, the presentation is about, I would say, 30 odd sites and divided into three parts, as I said. First part, we will be discussing about the general behavior of people. Second part, how can we overcome or minimize the overall user experience awkwardness. Third point, we will be discussing about the technical upgrades or the recent IS codes related to the elevator interiors. And on the last part, I'll be having a short introduction of Fujitec. So let's start with. So elevator is one of the safest form of vertical transportation. But in back of our mind, we are always bit anxious about the elevator travel. And as you see, these are the common scenarios once you enter into a crowded elevator. I'm sure everyone must be using elevator in their day-to-day travel in their office, in their residences, and they might be experiencing the similar situation. So the question is why we behave so differently in the elevators, right? Be it with your colleagues or strangers or the co-residents, there is something which is change in our behavior, which we all agree, right? So, what is the exact reason and what kind of behavior we show? So, usually, whenever we enter into a lift, if you are in a group of, say, people or with your colleagues, um, we are discussing, the discussion is begun. But once we enter into a lift, the discussion will distinguish, and most of us will take a different corner inside the lift, and then there would be a sudden silence amongst us, right? uh, People will try to avoid the eye contact and maintain a personal space. Some people, they might keep watching the indicators because they feel that whatever time they are inside the elevator, it is a bit longer than the actual time. And some might stare each other in a different way. You might cough lightly, or you might adjust your jackets, your bags, belt. You might check your watch. Uh, some people, they will take a responsibility of pushing the closing button, close door button every floor. So this is something which is a bit awkward. I mean, some kind of uneasiness everyone will feel. Whatever you do or you don't do, the situation in elevator with strangers is almost, most of the time, I would say, often it is like pretty tense. So why this happened? We all know the anticipation of social embarrassment and vague sense of uneasiness when we travel along these strangers. Now, what are the main reasons? Less space. Of course, the elevator lobby or elevator shaft doesn't generate a profit to a developer. So they will always try to squeeze the elevator lobby. And there would be always a confined kind of a space wherein the elevators are installed. So that is something which is, you will find 10 passenger, 15 passenger maximum kind of capacities in the residential segment. When it comes to commercial buildings or hotel buildings, slightly the elevators are bigger. But most of the time, we see that 10 passenger or 15 passenger elevators, which are in a very close proximity. Another could be unaware about the operation. For an end user, the lift is just a rectangular box or cuboid which they are traveling in, and they do not bother about what kind of technology is this, whether it is a conventional system, whether it is a destination control system, is your elevator MR or machine roomless. They are not aware about what is exactly going on with them. Being with stranger, yes, this is something which is a very awkward kind of a situation. But when you travel in a bus or a train or in a metro, usually we do not face this kind of a situation. But when it comes to elevator, wherein you are enclosed in a closed shaft, wherein you cannot see anything outside, unless it is a glass elevator or a glass door with a normal elevator, it is something which is a bit awkward situation for all of us. Close proximity. So when we talk about a 10 passenger elevator, the maximum area allotted to as per the code is 1.76 square meter, so which is about, I would say, 2 square meter for each passenger, which is too close for that kind of area. And to be very frank, there is no social script how we behave in elevator, right? So there is something which is, as I said, uneasiness, fear of entrapment. We heard, being into a elevator industry, entrapment within a shaft is something which is most of the time passengers fear for, right? Then there is some kind of a forced silence. Even we, with along with our colleagues or family friends, we try to maintain the silence. Even we are discussing, we'll try to halt the discussion. Anxiety, of course, in a confined shaft, most of the people, general people, I would say, they are a bit anxious about the travel. Trust issues, you can have a trust issues specific to uh, a specific manufacturer, specific kind of elevator. So there can be some fear you might have it. So to summarize, you are in machine that is moving, over which you have no control when it is moving, and you cannot see the elevator machines or engines, and you don't know how it's working. So there has been a lot of study has been done to minimize this kind of awkwardness. And as you see on your screen, Dr. Gray is one of the expert who has studied the psychology of elevators, or the psychology of people, those who are traveling into elevators. So, understanding the behavioral tendency or behavioral pattern of people and their awkwardness, there are a lot of recommendation in terms of the design, in terms of reducing the overall anxiety of people, increasing the comfort, and of course, giving them an assurance of a safe travel. These things have been most of the companies worldwide they are doing. Uh, Having said this, the embarrassment or a kind of awkwardness, it cannot be totally eradicated, but it can be minimized with a pleasant kind of interiors what we provide inside the lifts. So usually you will find in brief the mirror effect to reduce the perceived crowding or offers the distraction. Different kind of lightings and aesthetics provided. So most of the elevator companies they work with different experts to have a pleasant kind of interiors. Buttons and indicators. We will discuss much in detail, but just to give you a brief idea that these are giving passengers sense of a control. And as we know, the most widely used button is the close door button or open door button. Of course, smooth operations, lightings, communication, that is announcement or the car chime or car's announcement, what we talk about. Visible alarms, intercom systems are there. Soft sounds and sense and visuals reduce the anxiety as you are communicating with the reception people or the external people in case you get trapped. Transparent. I mean, the glass elevators minimize the overall confinement, but again, the number of glass elevator is very low. And there is something called as a predictable motion, wherein you understand and you personalize and you customize your travel. That is called as a destination control system, or in Fujitech terminology, it is called as DFGS. So, before we move into the car interior parts, let's in brief understand what are the recent upgrades when it comes to the code requirements, that is IS 7900. So, in recent code, the latest code, we have a lot of compliances related to the material which is selected for the car floor, the wall, ceiling, decorative finishes. So, they should be fire retardant. The interior shall meet the requirements of IS code, which is IS 1 to 777 class 2 category. Uh, the spread of, in case of a fire, the spread of flame should be low. In case you are using the mirrors or glass finishes, they should comply with the ISD 129584 with mode B or C. We will discuss in detail what exactly mode B and C. Then the increased strength of car panels, door panels, with help of the pendulum test. So most of you might be knowing that a pendulum test is usually performed to observe the strength of any kind of doors. But till now, this kind of test being used for the industrial doors. With new code, it has been introduced for the elevator doors as well, considering the past accidents. And to provide a better safety for the end users, this pendulum test has been introduced. And then emergency rescue and testing facility, which has added into the COP. There are some material strength related tests performed. Basically, force of 300 Newton is being evenly distributed, applied on an area of 5 centimeters square. And in this case, the effect, the permanent deformation should not be more than 1 mm, and elastic deformation should not be 15 mm. So this is to ensure the tough and strong car panels and door panels what we use. So we will just discuss in detail. So when it comes to the fire and material safety, as I said, the car panel should be fire retardant and meet the flame spread kind of limits. Uh, it should not emit any toxic gases when exposed to the heat of fire. So, as I said before, the IS 12777 is the code, and material should fulfill the requirement of class 2. So, class 2 is nothing but whenever the test is performed, the material flame should spread minimum to 125 kind of distance when it comes to a 1.5 minute testing. And for a complete testing, it should not go beyond the 930 mm kind of a distance from the panel. So this is something which is applicable for the car panel. When it comes to the paint finishes or laminates, it is not applicable. Also not applicable for the fixtures, which is like COP or LOP, what we are calling it. Next topic is the electrical and lighting safety. So as per the new code, minimum requirement is 100 lux, and in case of power failure or emergency lighting, it should have a greater than 20 lux for 1 hour. For emergency power supply, there should be a battery backup or UPS provided. Mechanical and structural safety, as we discussed, the car floor should withstand the rated load uniformly without deformation. All the ceilings, lights, fans must securely fasten. So, in case of any ARD operation during the power failure, there is not to prevent a dislodging of above panels and during the vibration and motion. Ventilation should be provided. Minimum 2% of car area ventilation should be provided in the car interiors. When it comes to glass and mirror safety, if your elevator has a glass or a mirror, they should fulfill 295/84 mode B or C. So mode B means the elevator or the glass surface, whenever there is an impact, it should not get shattered. It should hold the cracks, but it will not injure any passenger. And when we talk about the mode C, wherein the glass gets break into a small particles, small pieces, but it will not dramatically injure the people or passengers. So your glass and mirror should comply to this specific code. In terms of accessibility, the COP panel should not, in terms of the height from a floor, finished floor level, it should be between 900 mm to 1200 mm. For a differently able people, there should be braille or visual indicators. Handles positioning, again, it is between 900 to 1000 mm height. So these are the specific code. When it comes to the flooring, as I said, it should be slip, trip, and fall resistant. Door safeties. So in terms of the crisscross green, the detection height should be between 25 mm to 1600 mm above the sill. The closing force shouldn't be more than 150 Newton. And in terms of gap minimization, there should be a minimum gap between the door panels. Of course, the acoustic and psychological comfort in terms of using the right colors, the temperature control, noise control. It should not be more than 56 dB. Alarm button should be clearly marked. Two-way communication or intercoms, or in some cases, video intercoms can be provided. And safety instructions should be clearly presented inside the elevator. So, more or less, these are some of the brief recommendations given by the IS code. Vandalism, when it comes to a different kind of elevator usage, that like passenger elevator or service elevator. So based on the usage, the car panel should be defined. For example, for a service elevator and that kind of a usage, the Wendell resistant kind of finishes like linen finish or the moon rock, which is very popular into the elevator industry, this kind of finishes used. So this is the overall summary, how we can provide assurance about the safety in terms of the feature and in terms of the materials what we are using for our car interiors. So if I talk about the modern aesthetic designs, in case of a luxury or premium kind of a elevator usage or the facilities, there are a lot of combinations of brushed stainless steels like champagne gold, bronze, or bonded metals, or veneers or leather panels used with the metal inlays. When we talk about the ceiling, ambient diffusion, special light, so different advanced kind of lighting systems are used. When we talk about the control panel, the capacitive touch kind of a buttons or the LCD kind of a COP is being used. And if you further go, there are something called as backlit stone panels which are used for the car panels, OLED panels, smart lighting profiles. So in terms of premium, there are a lot of upgrades which can be integrated when it comes to the elevator interiors. Other things, miscellaneous things wherein you can enhance the overall experience of the passengers. That is the usage of LCD displays in the elevator and lobby. So as you see, most of the companies now they are promoting the LCD displays within the elevator car, also the lobbies. So this can be used to share the elevator information when it comes to the, as you see in the picture, the transom panel, wherein it will continuously give the realistic movement of the elevator, the floor which it is traveling, the speed, sometimes the number of passengers. In case of emergency situation, the BMS connectivity can be provided, and the rescuers can directly connect with the passengers, those who got trapped inside the elevator. We see a lot of options like weather info, live feed, news. Uh, if it is a hotel kind of or a commercial kind of a building, you can also present the upcoming events. Personalized info. So with help of destination control system, the elevator usage or the elevator overall experience can be make into a personalized kind of environment for the specific VIP kind of passenger. Advertisements and revenue generation, these are additional benefits when we talk about the LCD panels. So what are the advantages of these LCD panels? First is the engagement of passengers with the displays, which can reduce your perceived waiting time or travel time inside the elevator, and also used for the awareness and promotion. Another aspect is if the elevator is shabby or unclean, of course, the passenger experience, it is something which is totally unpleasant. So for better hygiene, which can enhance the elevator experience, for that better ventilation. So number of fan in case of large elevators. Uh, in industry, as per my understanding, most of the companies they are providing maximum 2 to 3 fans or ventilation units, where in Fujitech we can increase the number of fans up to 4 or maximum 5 to 6. There is something called as ion pool, which is nothing but a plasma cluster or ion generating device what we provide into the ventilation unit of elevator. So we are the Fujitech is the first company to provide this kind of plasma cluster. So what happens is the ion generated through this particular device, through the ventilation unit, it kills the airborne viruses, bacteria, or the fall kind of smell kind of bacteria, and it keeps the clean environment inside the elevator. So this is something which is a unique offering from Fujitech. Vonic is something which is provide you audio visual kind of uh, interaction with the elevator people that helps you to get connected when in case of entrapment, and regular cleaning and maintenance done by the service teams that helps us to enhance the overall elevator experience. When it comes to destination control systems, uh, as we see the advantages of destination control system when it comes to the user experience, that is the overall perceived time it get reduced. And what are the reasons? Because when it comes to the destination control system, the intermediate stops are quite lesser than as compared to the conventional system. So because the destination control system allocate to the fastest elevator for your travel. So that it not only reduces the overall intermediate stops, but overall your travel time, and it is more of a personal and predetermined kind of motion for the elevators. So this helps reducing the overall waiting time for the end user and enhances the experience. So these are some of the fixtures what we provide when it comes to the destination control systems. The indicator which shows the next stops for the elevators, which is not possible with the conventional system. Also, these kind of a unique sample panels what we provide. So most of the companies provide very personalized kind of experience with help of the access control for VIP users. So you can do a lot of things when it comes to destination control system. For example, a dedicated elevator can be reserved for any VIP guest visiting the building. Personalized kind of messages can be incorporated or integrated with the LCD panels within the elevator. So a lot of personalization can help reduce the anxiety whenever you are traveling into the elevators. When it comes to the Fujitech interiors, the latest human engineering technologies have been implemented. We bring a lot of human-friendly designs and functions for the better comfort and style design of passengers. So just to give you some of the standard options available, which is very common into the industry. But as you see, the powder coated kind of finishes, the stainless steel kind of finishes, combination of stainless steel or painted with the back painted glass and the glass elevators. I would be very happy to show you this small video. This is a real video of glass elevators installed in one of our project in Bangalore. So this is one of the premium residential project in Bangalore, which has this uh, glass elevator in a very different kind of differently designed shaft. Then in terms of ceiling, we have a lot of designs. Infinity ceiling is one of the type, which is a very unique design which we offer. Then of course, a lot of combinations with SS finishes. So stainless steel finishes offer a lot of wide range, mirror, linen finish combination. Then some of the attractive rose gold finishes with mirror at the rear center panels. So these are the different options what we have for the elevator interiors. Champagne finishes, so black hairline with gold. So you can have a lot of play. We have a very unique application for the architects and the customers, wherein customers can pick and choose the options they want to see in their elevator, and based on that the finishes can be finalized. It is called as a LVIX app. So whenever next time our Fujitech sales guy is at your place, you can ask this LVIX app to finalize your finishes for your elevators. Some more options. So our advantages when it comes to the special finishes, most of the companies they are not a very standard kind of a finishes, but if it is a customization, that is something which is our expertise, and we can provide you a lot of option when it comes to the non-standard kind of finishes. Of course, the glass door, the rear side glass walls. So these are all various options I wanted to showcase here. Of course, the painted cabins, which are very standard. So to summarize whatever we have discussed in last 15 to 20 minutes, you can definitely enhance your elevator passenger experience uh, with better interior designs, which will minimize the overall anxiety or awkwardness. Of course, the enhanced safety feature, what we talk about, the recent upgrades in terms of providing the direct connectivity to BMS rooms or the alarm buttons or the intercoms, smart technologies, that is the intuitive interface. We can bring in a lot of COP, that is a car operating panel designs, latest versions, touch sensitive kind of a panels. Uh, the improved ride quality with the advanced motor controls, that is something which is helps in reducing the overall passenger anxiety. Increased personalization with DFGS, what we discuss about, we can bring in a lot of customization and personalization with the access card control. Passenger engagement with help of the LCD panels, what we provide inside the elevator, outside the elevator. Better hygiene maintenance, increase accessibility for the specially able people, and of course the recent trend which is like predictive kind of maintenance. So we have also have a remote monitoring system wherein the predictive maintenance, it can analyze your elevator through sensors, and it can identify before your elevator gets into a breakdown situation, and accordingly whenever the next time for the scheduled visit, whenever the service technician is visiting, they can eradicate the error which is happening because of sensors displacement. So this is all about the interior topic which I thought I'll share with this forum. I would like to share a small video about Fujitech, but I'm not sure I'll be able to share the audio because of some technical glitch. So that's all from my side, Kshitija.
Yes, sir. It was a very productive, knowledgeable session. If anyone has a question answers, they can type it down in the below window, and then Mr. Tambe can answer for those questions. You may please type your question and please ask here.
So it was a very generic topic, but I'm sure
Yes,
the elevator industry people or sales guys specifically, whenever they are meeting the customers and architects, which has a
correct.
lot of complex kind of requirements for the from the architects, so they will understand this is something which is to make a better passenger experience, and our sales teams will be also able to explain the customers in a right manner.
Correct, you're right. It was informative. So, most of the questions were answered, and most of the sessions happens that if the questions are answered, then there are no questions also. I do not see anybody having any kind of a questionnaire on the presentation. So with this, I would like to, give all the season's greetings, as Diwali is going to be next Tuesday. So on behalf of IC Ventus, I would like to wish you all a happy Diwali in advance. And may the coming year should be prosperous and happy and joyful for everyone all over the globe, not only elevators, but for all over the people in the world. I hope, Vishwas sir, thank you especially for removing time from your busy schedule and giving us a wonderful information about Fujitech India. It was a very insightful session, sir.
Thank you, Shidija, once again for giving us this opportunity. And I would like to also thank the each and every individual participant and attendees for this session for taking their time out and attending this session. Thanks a lot again.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.